solving two-step equations, it's going to be very similar to solving one-step equations. We're still going to use backtracking, continue to use backtracking. So example 1 is going to be a two-step equation. We're going to increase the number of boxes from 2 to 3. So we have 8x minus 3 is equal to 85. So there was a number. We don't know what it was, but we know that it was multiplied by 8. So in our arrow, we write multiplied by 8. And it became a new number. We still don't know what that number was. And then a second thing happened to the number. It was subtracted by 3. And finally, we do know that it became 85. So now we're going to backtrack, and we're going to add 3. So 85 plus 3 is 88. And then we're going to backtrack from multiplying by 8. We're going to divide by 8, and that becomes 11. So x is equal to 11. So the key with two-step equations is knowing what happened first and then what happened next, so that you can do them in reverse order. Example 2, negative 2 equals x divided by 9 plus 5. So there was a number, something happened to it, and it became a new number. Now I'm going to stop the video because we can't just read left to right. We're not going to put a subtract 2 right there. We're going to put a divided by 9 because that's the first thing that happened to x. So we have to start with x and see what happened to it. It was divided by 9. The next thing that happened to that value was 5 was added to it. And it became negative 2. So now we go in reverse order. We're going to add 2 to negative 5. We're going to subtract 5. Negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7. Let me stop right there and say that again. We subtract 5 from negative 2. Okay, and we get negative 7. Let's continue. We're going to multiply negative 7, what's in the middle box, by 9, reversing what happened when it was divided by 9. Negative 7 times 9 is negative 63. At this point, go ahead and write a conclusion. Try to write something that's true about what we're doing. I'll write a conclusion. You don't have to write the same one. I guess I wrote the conclusion at the end. Example 3, 2x minus 4 is equal to 6. So there was a number. It was multiplied by 2, and it became a new number. I know that it was multiplied by 2 because there's a coefficient in front of the x that's 2. the next thing that happened to the number is that 4 was subtracted from it, and it became 6. So in reverse order, I'm going to add 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. And continuing in reverse order, I'm going to divide by 2 and get 5. Now is when I'm going to write my conclusion. If you already wrote a conclusion, that's great. If you want to write one now, I'm just going to explain to solve two-step equations, do the reverse operations in reverse order. So you must perform the opposite operation in reverse order.